Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Otterman's Life. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're keeping well. So it's that time again. It's a Lego City update. So before we head over to the main Lego City table, one of the things that I did this year was realize with some new sets that I've been getting into new mocks, I fast ran out of space, and space is very much a premium. So we had to make some very big decisions in terms of, okay, what do we now take out of the main display of the Lego City and keep on this shelf, like a little mini street that's going on. And the first one that was a no-brainer to take out was the Corner Garage official Lego modular. I have a love-hate relationship with that modular. I mean, I do like the design, I like the concept, I love the vet that's in there, Dr. Jones. And the reference to Indiana Jones that he doesn't take snakes. But I think it was the color scheme that really makes me realize I don't really want it in the city anymore. I haven't got the heart to dismantle it or even to make it into another alternative build just yet. So I thought, let me just take it out for now and keep it on this mini display. The second thing is another mock that I did based on a rebrickable model and just added my own little flair and touch with the parts that I had. I do like that, and I did want it in the city, but for now I thought it's had its day. I did it quite some years ago, so I thought let's take it out, let's give some other buildings a chance. It does still have that kind of European texture and vibe to it, so it might go back in sooner one day. But the good thing is I can always swap it in and swap it out, and that's the beauty of what I really wanted to create on the Lego City. And then, the assembly square. I love that modular from Lego. I think it's a great concept. It was a great 10th anniversary, I think it was, that set. It was such a great building experience. However, it had its day in the Lego City, I think, and it is quite a big real estate. I mean, it's a base plate and a half. So it's enjoyed its time in the city. Now it's time to take it out and give some other buildings a chance. So that's sitting there. And then next to that is the Book Cafe by Fun Hole. I do like that. I got that recently and I do want it in the city. However, I need to rework it because it's not on half a base plate. It's on a base plate that's 18 studs wide. So then you have to really be careful of what you're gonna do with it. Do I now I have to put it onto a full base plate, but then I'm gonna have another 14 studs there that I gotta try and populate somehow. So for now, it's staying there, but I do want it in the city somehow. Just haven't figured that out yet. We got the second half of the bookshop, which is the townhouse one, there as well. It's never really fit into my city in any way, shape or form because I don't have a residential area of that kind of design like townhouses. So I've kept it off the main city. I like it as a display because my son really likes that building because he keeps thinking that's his house. So I haven't got the heart to dismantle it or break it down or build it into something else or use the parts. So that's staying where it is. Next to it is a mock that I made. It's a hipster building mock that I did. I'm gonna actually dismantle that and rebuild it and put it into the city somehow. So that's one of the challenges for next year. And then next to that is the haunted house, and I just love that as a display piece. So I might put some road plates across here and make this like a little cool little mini street. I think that's quite nice. But the idea was that I wanted to keep the city interchangeable. So if I didn't like a particular building in a way, okay, or I got bored of it, I can take it out, put it here and put another one in and you know, keep the dynamic of the visual appearance of the Lego City always changing. But enough of that, that's what we took out. But what have we done on the main Lego City table? Let's go and have a look. So let's kick off with Ninjago City. I love the Ninjago City line of buildings, and I did get the latest one this year, which was the Ninjago City Markets, and it was 2 base plates wide. I thought it was only a base plate and a half, so it's quite substantial in its size. I did a review on that set and whether you should buy it or not. I think just to summarize that up, I think it's only good if you have the other Ninjago City sets. By itself, it would just look really weird. Even though it's called markets, there isn't that many market stalls around. But nonetheless, having it as a part of the ensemble for all of the sets, I think really does elevate the set, pun intended. But now, in terms of a layout, instead of having it in one line all the way across, I decided to double it up and then put in the garden set, sorry, next to the city set. And I really like having the two sets together. They link in really nicely, and having these two towers. And when you walk in and see this, and see, especially from this angle, it looks phenomenal. I mean, look how busy it is. It looks great. And then I did like the way the water all connects up. It looks pretty cool like that. It doesn't look out of place if all the walkways do connect up. And then you've got the extension of the Ninjago City gardens with that kind of little shrine there. And then next to it is a little mock utilizing the Japanese Tranquil Garden set, and there was a design on Rebrickable that actually utilized that and converted to a Ninjago City expansion. And now this is a true garden set with the Ninjago City gardens, and I think it looks even better if I take it from this angle, and then you can really see the beauty of it. I think that looks really, really cool. And that's quite nice because you're walking along that walkway and you're looking down and then you see the garden. So with the whole Ninjago City, it's, like I said, doubled up now. 2 base plates in width, and I wanted to try and keep that whole kind of similar fashion going across. And I've kind of reserved some spaces there to create potentially my own mocks for Ninjago City. There may be a new extension officially from Lego Ninjago City over here. There may be a Crossroads one, so you'll see. I've got this Spider-Man Far From Home set, the Rialto Bridge one. Not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I really do like that set and I want to do something with it. So I left it here just to create some inspiration for myself during the days I just sit here and stare at my city. But I do want to create an Ninjago City expansion utilizing this set from the Ninjago line because I really like it. So I'll remodel it and try and connect it somehow to this whole ensemble. You'll see something else that is not Ninjago. It's actually the Fun Hole Cyberpunk Apartments set, and that's sitting next to the Ninjago City. And there's a reason for that, and again, it's to trigger my inspiration. I don't know about you, but for me, I get strong Ninjago City vibes with this set, and I would love to have this challenge of converting this set into a compatible Ninjago City set. I mean, I think it will look fantastic. You know, we're kind of similar to this kind of building design and all of these signage, and I think having something like this will be really cool, and maybe I can modify it to sit really well in Ninjago City. That's the reason it's there. I think, who knows, let's see. I'm gonna hold on a little bit because I think Fun Hole have a plan to release more Cyberpunk sets. I mean, it's a new theme for them. And the giveaway also is they've added these little connectors to their kind of Mills plate here. So that tells me there's another set here that they're going to connect up. It is a bit odd it's on this side. I would have thought it would have been on this side because this looks like a corner build. Yeah, but anyway, we'll see. And it'll be interesting to see what they do come out with. So I'm going to wait for that until I start dismantling this and creating one. But I left it there because I think it looks pretty cool and it always catches people's eyes when they come and visit. So that's my Ninjago City. And yes, I haven't achieved the challenge yet of how we're going to connect the waterways to the main city line. I'll come to that in a moment in terms of what my plans are. And then moving across, the European district, as I call it, has grown a little bit. I've put in some more buildings here, and also we've still got some space left to expand upon here as well. So at the end here, you've got the noodle shop mock that was actually alternative build done by Bricative, and I've added kind of my own little touches to it because I really like the front part of this and kept that like the original design. I really like that. Next to it is another non-Lego set. It's the Fantasy Bakery set, fully realized modular. I really like this set so much. It has so much presence and fits in really well with this European designed architecture. So I really like that set. It just fits in really well, and I really like it. And especially next to the Parisian restaurant, which is still, I gotta say, it's still one of in my top 3 favorite official Lego modulars. I gotta say it. It's the first modular I ever bought and built, and that's when I fell in love with the theme. And I mean, what a set to get, first of all, hey. And I celebrated there by being the only Lego set that I've actually lit up because I really like it. And my theme for the city was always trying to have as much custom builds as possible or modifications, but this is one set that I just love the original so much that I want to keep it in here. So let's keep it as it is, I think. And then next to it is a rebrickable model, but again by Bricative, for the Main Street set that came out a year ago, I think. And I really like how this book ends this whole kind of row of buildings here. It has a nice Christmassy theme, but also it fits in quite nicely with the Parisian restaurant. And I love this design of having these corner buildings like this to bookend a street without having a whole fully fledged corner building. Now moving over to the block behind that is the Boutique Hotel, which I've added another floor to that building because there was 4 keys in reception, so I had to have another floor in there. But I really like that blue color, and I'm very tempted to actually recolor the first floor with that dark azure blue color. Let me know what you think, if I should do that or should I keep it as is. But I still think it's a beautiful building, officially from Lego. And then next to it is a high school mock that I put together utilizing a hidden side set. I really enjoy that. It's one of my first mocks I ever did as well, and I love it. So I'm definitely keeping that in the city, and it goes really well with the rest of the theme. And then next to that is a alternative build, again by Bricative. I mean, these guys really knock it out of the park with their alternative builds. It was from a Friends set, the Grand Hotel set, and it just fits in really nicely. I mean, if I go across here, you can probably see it better in terms of how it all connects up. And I just love, the color combination, and I love how it all slots in, and especially that little inset with the door there. I think that looks really cool. And then next to that is Lego Modular Bookshop. It's a classic design, and it's so cute to me that I love it. Will continue to stay in the city until I get really bored of it. And next to that is, of course, Doctor Strange Sanctum Sanctorum set. I'm a huge Marvel fan, so that'll always remain in the city. I did change the color of the roof. For some reason, I know officially it should be the sand green as from the comics, it's from the books, but for some reason the black just appeals to me more, so I changed it and I put a nice gold blingy ring around the circular window as well. Now, in the center of the table is what I call Old Town, or the Cultural Quarter, and I really love, this is my favorite part of the city because it is pretty much at the moment all custom builds, except for the clock tower in the middle. But I mean, the mosque and the cathedral together, I think just look really beautiful with that little, it's supposed to be a tea house in the middle, but still keeping that old rustic vibe. And these were all built from old Harry Potter sets, and I think this was a Disney set of the mosque that I used as well. And the fact that they're bookended by some really nice pretty trees that I built. And this tree is actually the bonsai tree that I repurposed and put this here. But for me, when I look at my city, because I work here and I turn around and I look here and I see it from this angle, I absolutely love it. So I really like this view and the layered view that you have in Ninjago City, Cultural Quarter, and then the skyline of the skyscrapers over there. It's awesome. And then moving around into the rest of the quarter is another custom build that I put together based on Rhea's Palace set. And this is a luxury spa. We always need one in Old Town. And that was really fun to build, and I just love this printed dome piece from the set, and that was such a great build to put in. Again, all of these are fully modular, by the way. Take them all out, play around with them, it's great. Squeezed in the middle here is another set by Funhole, which is a newsstand set. It was actually my first Funhole set, and I really enjoyed that little build, and I thought it was quite indicative of their quality, and that was a really good set to start off with to see if you like Funhole. And I highly recommend, if you don't know any sets from Funhole, you don't want to spend too much money, get the newsstand. About $30, £30 even, and just it's a no-brainer, and then you can see if you like it and see if it's worth getting new sets for it either. And then moving across, you have another mock that I put together based on the Family Reunion Chinese New Year set, the restaurant set. Try to keep the same essence of it, but I really like this modular aspect of it now, utilizing some extra parts and keeping it on a modular on our half base plate. I think saved a lot of parts. I've seen a lot of designs putting this as a fully realized full base plate modular. I didn't want to go down that road. Again, space is premium, and it's really cute having it in this shape. And then next to that, the Spring Lantern set. I love this set, and I'm so happy to keep it in the city, because I think it just does add a lot of culture, and this is the culture quarter at the end of the day. I did slightly modify this set by just putting in more tiles just to make it a bit more polished all over, and putting some more foliage around here and some more plants and flowers just to give it that complete look. And so maybe this better angle that you can see everything there. And then moving across, you'll see a little Ninjago City shrine. I thought that fits in really nicely. Maybe if this building's in the way. Maybe if I go around this angle. Just to give you a closer angle to this little corner build. It was a fun, nice build utilizing, I think it was the Temple of Spinjitzu set, I think, and having that the parts for that set. I try to keep the same essence in there. I think at the moment Black Panther is there chilling out, having a little spot of tea, but it looks like it might be haunted because Sadako is in there. If you know, you know. Then in the center of Cultural Quarter is this lovely clock tower set by Fantasy. Again, not Lego, and it's great to have non-Lego in here. I don't care what anyone says. I think it just adds a different flair to the city. I really like that, and it's always nice. I think it's really nice to have that in the middle of the Cultural Quarter, because it does add a layer, and it's like any old town that I've been to in my travels. You see all this little old compact area filled with different things, and you can go walking around and see everything there. And I try to create that, because behind there you can see there's some graffiti there, a little alleyway there. As soon as you come out from the newsstand, you can go down there, and it's great. And I think that's the kind of vibe I wanted to go for, and create this kind of compact, dense, hidden gem kind of atmosphere and ambience. Then you'll see we have some spare space here, so I'm really looking forward to filling that out. You'll see there's a placeholder here of this Lego Friends theatre set. So I really want to create a theatre here, a very old school type theatre that that's been there for centuries. So I'm really looking forward to remodeling that, utilizing the parts from this set and some of my spare parts as well, trying to create a building on a normal 32 by 32 base plate. And then we've got one spare space as well, depending on what I'm feeling like, huh? Maybe the new modular, because it's got that Tudor look to it, that might fit in quite nicely here. I'm not sure. We got to let's see what the future brings from here. But that is the culture quarter, and I really think that's coming up really nicely, and I've got room for growth there as well. So I think having that in the middle of the city really opens up the whole city display, and you can peer over and see the little details as well. Now moving over to this side of the table is basically split between the entertainment district, where you got my mock of the Palace Cinema, you got the jazz club that I remodeled to make it a corner building, and I really like putting them together because I think having this without a road in place, I think it's really nice for pedestrians, and I can't wait to put some more minifigures in there and really create some stories. The diner set, I know a lot of people don't like this set, but for me, I love it. It's all about the curves, eh? And it is in my top 3 of the official Lego modular sets of my personal favorites. So I really want to keep it in the city. Maybe one day it will come out just like the Assembly Square did, but for now it's in there. And then we got a space, an empty space there. At the moment, it's got one of the chili dogs fun hole sets there just as a placeholder. But another building will go there. I'm not sure yet what. And then next to that is my favorite, fully customized, what I call Lego Friends Street. I had such great fun building this set of buildings. You've got kind of my version of Assembly Square, but Lego Friends version, and there's a lovely alleyway that runs behind in parallel to the front buildings, and these are remodels of Lego Friends set. There's an old Italian restaurant there, a boutique shop, and an embroidery shop as well, and then the organic cafe as well that sits at the end. One of the things that I really love about here is, you know, having this little alleyway sitting in there, this little area to have waffles, and then this set of buildings as well. So you got a Waffle House, you got a yoga studio, you got a little detective's office sitting in here, and sitting behind there, you got a shisha lounge there, you've got a salon sitting here, you've got a residence here, aquarium, pet shop down there, art supplies down here. So this was really my way of kind of celebrating what's my travels, that where I used to go, especially in Eastern Europe, where you have all this compactness of buildings and these little alleyways going around. I really want to recreate that and have that part in the city. And then finally at the back is the skyline, which is intended to be all skyscrapers, and it's still work in progress here. I'm not too happy with this. I love this remock of the Friends Community Tower Center Kitchen. I think that looks really cool. I will be increasing the height of the Pac-Man building that I've got here. My original skyscraper, the big ugly white tower, I'm going to dismantle that and redesign it and have that keep the same kind of interiors, but I'm going to redesign the whole exterior of that building and make it a bit more modern. I think that'll be pretty cool. Next to it is the awesome Daily Bugle set. Marvel fan, that's going to stay. The police station, I've actually increased the height of that. I'm very tempted to increase the height again because I think that will look really cool if I added in another floor. You guys tell me what you think. Should I do that? Because I really do think that would look pretty awesome, and the skyscraper-ish as well. And I love that little touch that I put in there with the graffiti and the police building. And then next to that is a set from Carter, which is the tube station, Brickadilly Circus. So the idea is as well that I'm going to modify this. This actually sits on a 24 stud, so I do have some room to make this kind of into a corner building as well. I'm not quite sure yet, but this can be increased. We can put that in there, create some buildings in there. And I think what my temptation is here, as I build this higher, is utilize it for all the interior sets I have, like from the office, from Big Bang Theory from Queer Eye as well. So I think that would be pretty cool to utilize those interiors in there to have some more residential living spaces and apartments in here. So as you can see, it's getting pretty full. We don't have that many free spaces left. This Ninjago City is taking up a lot of space on the table, but I love it and I really want to keep Ninjago City in here. Now, one of the things I'm going to be working on is elevation. This entire city will be elevated up by 12 bricks high. So then I can create a nice waterway connecting the city to Ninjago City. I think that's going to look really cool, and maybe with some more elevation to have some more buildings on top as well. That's something I really need to future plan. But underneath it, the idea was if I elevate this up, and then I can have underneath a really cool scenes going on, maybe to link with a tube station that's sitting there, a train track running across with some shops underneath, eateries, etc. So you have a whole cool underground scene going on. And you may have noticed I have now moved this table out a little bit, so now I can walk in comfortably behind there, and if I do elevate this up, I can create some whole new scenes underneath here as well, because that look really cool all the way from here all around the perimeter of the table. So I'm so excited to do that. That's going to be a long drawn out process to do that, a lot of planning and a lot of parts to be able to do this, but I'm slowly designing it. I will do a mock-up. So for the next city update, you'll probably see how it would look like as a little mock-up. Maybe if I just lift up this side, then we can see how it looks, and that's the kind of practice I'm going to be doing with the set. That's why I haven't put in the road plates yet, because I know it looks a bit bare bones without the infrastructure of the road. But I will get onto that, because I do need to get a ton of these half base plates for the roads to lift up slightly, so it's nice and compatible with the Mills plates. So that's the Lego City for this year. As you can see, we got a few new sets. I've done a lot of restructuring, and I keep changing the layout, and I'm pretty confident I'm going to change the layout again by the time we have another city update. But I'm very excited. There's a couple of things missing though from the city, and if I was a real city, I'll be in trouble, because I don't have any hospital, I don't have any fire station either, and I probably don't have that much living spaces. So I need to figure out how I'm going to incorporate those three things into the city, because you know we all have to play reality check sometimes as well. But the whole theme of my city was meant to be, if you wanted to have a quick city break for vacation, you want to come to this city, and then you can spend a good weekend to chill out and explore and have fun. Because I'm a city guy, I love taking city breaks, you know, and I travel a lot for work. So, and I always try and explore cities as much as possible. So this reminds me a lot, and I get inspired from my travels. So, you know, you can either go to Ninjago City for the day and have a day trip out here. Obviously, you're staying at the cool boutique hotel. You're going to hit Old Town, see the historical sites. You're going to go to entertainment district, see a show, and then head down to the Art Nouveau Lego French Street to, you know, have a spot of coffee and waffles and cakes and patisserie, and then explore downtown area and check out some more shops as well. So that's the kind of vibe that I'm going for in the city, and I think I'm getting there really nice and slowly, drop by drop. But let's see what next year brings with the new sets. So I hope you enjoyed that Lego City update. I have so much fun building this thing, changing the layouts, and I can't wait to keep improving upon it and seeing what new buildings are going to be coming out next year, and some new mocks that I have in mind as well. Before I go, I just want to say a huge thank you to you all who watch, who like, who subscribe, who comment. I mean, I've hit a milestone of, well over 1,000 subscribers, and that tells me there's at least 1,000 people who like what I say. So I'm really thankful for that, and I feel so blessed to have, that many people like the content that I put out. I try and make it as useful as possible, at least a little bit more entertaining as much as possible. I'm just doing what I think we all do in this community, is just have fun with this toy, building things. And I think a lot of the things is very therapeutic to us all, especially when, you're at this age as well. But I just want to say thank you so much for everything for this year. I hope you have a relaxing, restful time with your families and a joyous season's greetings and happy holidays. And I wish you all the very best for the new year, and have an awesome 2025. Till next time, peace and love.